Hello, today we'll be taking a look at the Zonapa rechargeable LED headlamp. Looking at the design, you can see it has a very tactical appearance with the LED lights sticking out in the front. Looking straight at the front, you can see there are three LEDs. You have one main large one in the center and two at the sides. Right above the main LED light is a black rubber power button, which when you press it will turn on the LED lights. There is a small rubber flap that covers a micro USB port that is used to charge the batteries inside the compartment. Looking at the back, you can see this black box-like compartment, which is where the batteries are held. There is a white LED headlight label, which is just a label and doesn't really do anything. In order to open the compartment, you have to lift the band a little bit so you can open the flap that holds the compartment together. This headlamp uses two 18650 lithium batteries. These batteries are actually very common to have if you have rechargeable flashlights. Because these batteries operate at a higher current and voltage than typical AA or AAA batteries, I would expect this product to be able to power higher powered LED lights. The front part of the headlamp is supported by a plastic piece which has a curved shape to it, and within that curved shape you can see a small thin layer of foam lining. And so when you wear it on your head, it actually kind of fits the shape of your head, which unusually makes it feel more comfortable when wearing it. In terms of adjustability, you're able to kind of adjust the how tight or loose you want it to be um, for the band that goes over your head or along with the sides. The band is made of a stretchable material, which shouldn't be a problem if you're the type of person who sweats a lot. You can see there is a wire that goes from the front of the headlamp and neatly is held in place along the side of the band with clips, and that is how it connects to the battery compartment in the back. The headlamp by default points straight ahead, but you can also gradually move it downward up to a downward 90-degree angle. There are notches along the way if you need to point it at various angles. You can cycle through the various modes just by pressing the switch. The first press will turn on the main LED light in the middle. The second press will turn on the side LED lights. The third press will turn back on the main light so that all three lights are on. The next press will create a strobe light effect such that all three lights will blink very rapidly. And lastly, pressing the button one final time will turn all the lights off. With the lights turned off, I just wanted to show how the lights look when it's pointed at something at close range onto a table. And I'm cycling through the various modes and just wanted to show you how it compares with the Astrolux flashlight that I've reviewed in the past. Zonapa claims 800 lumens of brightness, whereas the Astrolux flashlight that I reviewed before claimed 1600. So at least at this very close range, you can kind of see the Astrolux is a little bit brighter, but still the Zonapa headlamp is still pretty bright. Next, I wanted to give a sense of the brightness from about 10 feet away. You can see I'm cycling through the modes and you can see how it illuminates the room, and as I move the light around, it has a very heavy spot in the middle and there's some surrounding illumination around the sides. Next, I wanted to compare with a headlamp that is more easily accessible or can be bought in a store, and this is the Energizer HDE32, which claims 400 lumens of light, and it runs on 3 AAA standard batteries. At close range, you can see that the Zonapa headlamp has a much more focused and distinct spot in the center. However, keep in mind that the Zonapa has a white colored light as opposed to the Energizer one, which has more of a natural yellow light. So when comparing the Energizer and the Zonapa pointing at the wall, we can see some differences. The Energizer one seems to spread the light more, so in some ways it does create the illusion that the Energizer is as bright as the Zonapa, but when you look closely at the spotlight at the center for the Zonapa, you can see it's definitely brighter than the Energizer. So because the Zonapa has a much more focused spotlight in the center, I suspect that I find it more easier to use when you're looking at close-up things or maybe you're working on something up close. The Energizer does a pretty good job as well. Although the Energizer is half the brightness on paper, it's actually hard to tell unless you actually focus on the spotlight on the Zanapa. The surrounding light is almost the same. I think the Zanapa provides a pretty good value at only $10 currently on Amazon. It provides a decently bright light. It's fairly comfortable to wear because of the stretchable headbands, and you can also recharge it as well. You don't have to worry about replacing batteries all the time. So far, I haven't had any issue with battery life. I've been using this off and on for many hours. It's great to use. There are many cases where I find this easier to use than a flashlight because, like, let's say you're working on something and you need to use both your hands, so it is much easier to wear this on your head and have the light point directly at what you're looking at without having to hold something. So this product makes it great for that. Or even if you're looking around for something in your room, it's much easier to wear this on your head with your hands free instead of having to hold something in your hand and pointing. At only $10, you really don't have much to lose. I find it very handy, and at this price, it's the kind of thing where it's almost disposable. You don't have to worry too much if it breaks, and you don't have to be too heavily invested in it. You just pick it up and use it when you need it, and so far, it's been very useful to me. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a like, and if you're interested in seeing more future videos, please subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you next time.